Game 1 is next. Toronto Blue Jays and the Chicago Cubs. Jon Sciambi.
Feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these players are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the hill for the Cubs, Sandy Alcantara. What do we have on him? About to get started here for Game 1. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back. For him to this ball game tonight, I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence.
Acuna runs. This one high in the air to left center. For Armstrong on the move to the gap. He's got it, and there's one away. Let's check out the lineup. Here's what they came up with for Game 1 of the World Series, Siggy.
Yeah, they're hoping they piece together a winner. Historically speaking, the team that wins this opening game more often than not goes on to win the World Series. Today is the day to come storming out of the gates.
This one in the air, right field, caught, and the runner's dangerously far from first. And he's out, not able to get back to the bag safely. Happ up to hit. Hit hard but foul off to the left. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. 1-2 here. Got him. One gone, bottom half of the first. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
2 down, base is empty. Michael Busch getting ready to hit. Center field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Game 1 of the World Series. And now for the Jays, Anthony Santander. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. When you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a miss. 1-2. As we kick off the World Series, it is hard not to think about Kirk Gibson's incredible walk-off homer against Dennis Eckersley in Game 1 back in 1988. An iconic moment in baseball history. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Ball to strike, the pitch. Line drive to short and caught. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Now it'll be the Cubs DH. Kyle Schwarber drilled in the air out towards right center. Sanchez takes it in for the out. And there's one down. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Gleyber Torres up to hit. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Way back there, it's got a chance. Up against the wall and brings it in.
Man, I'm telling you, you better have your life insurance policy right. When you challenge the Ivy, there's brick behind that. It's not forgiving at all, but he seemed to... concerned about one thing, and that's making that catch. Nice job.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. No score here in the second.
Four-seam fastball.
And a 1-2 again. High fly ball, right field. Barger on his way over. And the inning is over. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at Wrigley Field. And now for the Jays, Otto Lopez.
Ball.
That one finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And there's a ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Popped up. Torres under it. And there's one down. Just off the inside corner. Full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Yeah, there's ball 4.
Well, he opted to go with the off-speed stuff on that 3-2 with the bases empty. Close pitch, but now he's got to work out of the stretch.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's the second baseman, Jose Caballero. That one off the mark. Ball 3. Top of the 3rd, no score. Late with the swing there. And a base hit into right center field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. Base hit center field. Here comes the runner. Here's the throw.
He's in there. He's
safe. And it's 1-0.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Runners in the corners here. 1 away. Addison Barger, the next to hit. 2 on, 1 out. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Pitch misses, and the count's full. That's smashed towards center. He makes the grab. Runner tags from 3rd. Quick toss to first. Acuna dives back in. Acuna runs. This one in the air center field for Armstrong. Settles underneath it. And he makes the catch. And that is that. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Blue Jays 2 and the Cubs nothing. You're watching the World Series on the show. Here at Wrigley Field, digging in, Trey Turner.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
And he swings through that one.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to try to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
That miss, that's the ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Got him. And one gone.
Ball, outside.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Swings through that one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
That misses, and the count's full.
Four-seam fastball.
Downstairs, and that's ball four. Challenge from behind the dish here. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. That knocks them down to one challenge left. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Digging in is the switch-hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. And the 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That's too high, and it's ball four. Another walk. Late swing fouled off. And a 1-2. Fouls it back with two strikes. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Look out. That ball is smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Payoff pitch. He fouls it off. Will do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he moves up a base. So two away with runners at the corners. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
On the ground, right side. Base hit!
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
2 on, 2 outs. And that is out of play.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Base hit into the outfield. Half on his way home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they tie it late here in game one. Dangerous hitter at the plate, and Alex Bregman.
Oh, that's high.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. On to the fourth down in game number one. Back here at the friendly confines. Start of the fourth.
Really important time for a shutdown inning. The last thing they want to do is give up the runs they just scored. Man, that'll steal their momentum. They're hoping to make quick work of this half inning.
And he chases that one. And one away. Now Correa up to hit. And that one fouled off.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fell.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 2 down. And a 1-1. Look at the stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
here at Wrigley Field. Here is Gleyber Torres. In the air, right field. Barger on the move. He's got it. And there's one away. The 1-1 is fouled off. And now it's even up.
That's the ball.
That one missing inside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
It drops in, gets away a little bit. Go ahead, run on base. And now it's Miguel Amaya. Next one misses. Ball 2. This one in the air, center field. Sanchez should have this one. And that ends the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Off the mark there. And now 3-1.
Well, these Blue Jays, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
One down. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. Swing and a ground ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And he'll just eat it, so that's an infield knock. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Up the middle. Glove flip for 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Here's Acuna. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. There's the ball. Throw. Save. That's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
What a stop. Throw to first. And they get the out. Blue Jays held in check. Score remains 2-2. Here at Wrigley Field, here's the Cubs leadoff man, Ian Happ.
Fans are reminded to stop by the stadium store, located on the main concourse, to pick up all of your World Series souvenirs. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, jerseys, outerwear, we've got a full line of products to suit your needs. Be sure to stop by tonight. Fans, since 1980, Make-A-Wish has granted life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. Children who have wishes granted will the emotional and physical strength needed to fight their medical conditions. To help and support our cause, please visit us online at wish.org.
Porcine vegetable. High control.
The next pitch misses. 3-1.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The starter's pitch count is high because they've worked the count full against him 5 different times. Their pitch selection's been off the charts today.
High fly ball down the left field line. Santander moving back for it. And it's a foul ball. Got him swinging.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And that's in for a strike. Going to count 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. He usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Base knock center field. And that's a 1-out single. That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too.
In there, sets him down on strikes. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. That is the inning. Through 5, all even at 2-2. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Next to hit, Addison Barger.
The right fielder, Addison Barger.
Here's a 1-1. Bullpen activity starting up now. Daniel Palencia, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Sousa warming up as well. And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki in position. 1 away.
Up next to the Blue Jays.
All tied up here in Game 1 of the World Series. In the air, right field. Suzuki settles underneath it, and there's 2 away. Anthony Santander at the plate. On the ground, right side. Collected by Torres. Sends it to first. 3rd out. Game 1 of the World Series. Here's Alex Bregman. The 1-1 is fouled off. High fly ball lifted into air right field. And there's 1 down. There's a 1-1. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. takes it in for the out. So up next, Pete Crow Armstrong. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. And the Cubs are down. We go to the top of the 7th. And now for the Jays, Carlos Correa. Foul ball there. And it's a strikeout for the Sandman, his second of the game.
That's in.
Well, just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
Ground ball to the middle, that's a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock. Daniel Palencia gets the ball now. So up next for Toronto, Otto Lopez. Quick move to first. Sanchez dives back in safely. Runner on the go. Pitch misses.
He's in there. Hey.
And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets in the scoring position.
He's got it. Runner tags at second. Relay throw. Save. And the go-ahead runs at third. That one hammered left field. Carrying well. And caught on the warning track.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. The 1-1. That clips the corner. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Just missed. Oh, great stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Back to the top of the order. Now the left fielder, Ian Happ. He's got it, and that will end the inning. Cubs. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. And now for the Jays, Jose Caballero. Check swing went around, and that is strike 2. Out towards right center field. Suzuki on his way over. 1 up, 1 down. All tied up here in the late stages of game 1. And that one fouled off. The 2-2 on the way. Should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. A lot riding on this next at-bat now as they look to take the lead at a critical point in this one.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. Man at second.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
2-2 now. Base hit into center field. Headed for the plate. Tag out. They put down the go-ahead run at the plate.
He comes up firing, and there was an anticipation and kind of an excitement when the ball went in his direction that he was going to have an opportunity to throw somebody out. And that's the attitude that aggressive and good outfielders have.
Here comes the manager out of the new pitcher on here, Bennett Sousa. Step off, throw to first,
and
he's back in easily. Runner on the go. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And a base hit. Around third. And off throw to second. And he's out. Trying for two. That ends the inning, but they do pick up a run on the play. Last half of the eighth coming up. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Cubs 2. Back here at the friendly confines. Ready for the bottom of the eighth. Seiya Suzuki now at the plate. Manager out of the dugout. Looking to get the tying run on base. And it's through for a hit. And that puts the tying run on base. Swings through that one for strike two. With a single base runner because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. High fly ball, right field. Barger has a beat on it. And there's one down. One out man at first. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. That one finds the corner. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's two gone.
Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
Nice grab. To first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Back here at Wrigley Field, we go to the ninth. Anthony Santander digs in now. Hard hit, right side. Bush takes it to the bag. Now one gone in the ninth. Ball to strike. In the air, right field. Suzuki on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Two quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Running out of chances to pad the lead. Jesus Sanchez will hit next. Two down, nobody on. Late on that fastball.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Grounds one to short. Trey Turner gloves it. The throw to first. And that's the third out. 1, 2, 3. Here at Wrigley Field, we head to the bottom of the ninth. Gleyber Torres getting ready to hit. Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays.
Four-seam fastball.
One-run game, bottom 9. Good take by Torres.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, when you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 2-2 on the way. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Stays alive.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
1-2 now. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Cubbies with only 1 out left.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
They're down to their final stretch. Got him, and that's the ball game.
The real pitcher's duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game. And for these pitchers, it really came down to a few key at-bats. This was a fun one to watch.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boo, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
A 3-2 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shelby. Thanks for joining us.
Todo esto lo tuve que sudar, yeah. Nunca tuve tiempo para dudar. Vicioso me volví adicto a ganar. Tantas W que ya ni sé cómo perder. 100 por 35 no me voy a mudar. Si yo gano todos ganamos, eso es plural. Me dicen el chef que no para de cocinar, porque todo el mundo tiene que comer. Si corono todo vamos a cobrar. Estuve abajo, me patearon, no me voy a olvidar. Firme con mi pie plantado, yo nunca me voy a arrodillar. No te escucho, dilo con el pecho si me vas a hablar. No te escucho, dilo con el pecho, estás hablando con el voz. Estamos saltándonos, aquí los platos dan pa' 2. Si la prendo molotov, man, estamos aquí, todos los míos están on go. Todos los míos on go. Ellos me ven de frente sonriendo, pero sé que están odiando dándolo. Todos los míos on go. Todos los míos on go. Me ven de frente y dan la mano, pero sé que están odiando dándolo.